Please note, views and opinions expressed in the course of this program do not represent that of WOTV. Therefore, this channel is not liable to any legal action that may result from this program.
ìró afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì tajútajú ọ̀nàrí tó ń dùn yẹn ló tún lákọlábọ ló ń dún lọ́tún ló ṣe báyìí. wọ́n tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà báyìí nílùú Àbújá o. wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní chants láti lé àwọn olùwọ́de kúrò gbogbo bíi afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì tajútajú là ń rí yìí. àwọn olùwọ́de láti wọ́n ń sá lọ síwájú báyìí. ní bẹ́gà nílùú Àbújá ni a wà níbi tí àwọn olùwọ́de kóra jọ pọ̀ sí. kò pẹ́ tí wọ́n kóra jọ pọ̀ ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá àti agbófinró bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yẹn afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì tajútajú láti fi lé wọn kúrò. gbogbo èéfín tí a ń rí èéfín afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì tí a dàwó là ń rí yìí.
But look at what they are doing. Look at it. Look at how they are putting tear gas on us. Look at it. You see? Look at how they are putting tear gas on us. We didn't do anything to them. Since yesterday, they are just feeding us with tear gas. Nothing.
Allah ka ne ba abun da muka wasu sun hara watsa mana tear gas. Allah dinga sauta ba.
àwọn olùwọ́de ni wọ́n ti sá wá síbí yìí báyìí.
They don't pursue with tear gas with everything.
Police
don't dey show
like them. You meant to support it. Them.
All I have to say is now is that this thing that this government are doing now, even disadvantage police, all these people police are doing now, they want to use this to cause NSAS part 2. They want to use it to cause NSAS part 2. This is what they started doing the NSAS, and they have started it again now for this one. This one they started in the NSAS, and this one now they have started it again. They want to cause NSAS, another NSAS again now for now. We just gather now under the bridge of the beggar now. At gather now, we gather for the beggar bridge for the protest. Before we know, all those police they just come there, start begin to shoot the tear gas for everybody, scatter everybody. They want to cause problem for this country. They wanted to cause problem for this country.
This is supposed to be a peaceful protest.
Thank you.
We assembled here at Bega peacefully trying to assemble ourselves.
What's this?
But the police came with their tear gas. This is an evidence of the tear gas. Everybody, including the press guys, they are all affected. This is unacceptable. This government needs to understand that we've got the right to protest, and they have the security agents have the right to protect us. We have not attacked them, but since yesterday, this has continually been their strategy to disperse us. But we will not relent. We will fight on. We will stay back. We were here yesterday. We will be here today, and we will continue staying. Thank you.
We are here to make a very peaceful protest. Since yesterday, I discovered that Nigeria police are pushing us to do something else, and we refuse. We reject their ideas. Because since yesterday, They filled us with almost more than 50 tear gas. We did not say we want to go tear gas. For you to
What are we going to the stadium to do?
Exactly, what are we doing at the stadium? Are we footballers or are we going to see a match? Are we seeing any match?
We don't want it. Who's fucking them here to protest? Are you going to the stadium for we are hungry.
Who can speak Yoruba language here? Who can hold on talk so that they will talk to you, so that you can use Yoruba to talk?
Láti ìkànnì BBC News Yorùbá a wà ní.
Wọ́n kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé láàárọ̀ yìí sí àtàlẹ́ náà sójà lọ́wọ́ pólísì yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa ní Eagle Square lánàá a kọ́ láti stadium Wike ní ká máa lọ sí stadium kí ká lọ ṣe protest ńbẹ̀ a dẹ̀ sọ fún Wike pé ṣé footballer ni wá débi ká fẹ́ lọ ṣe protest nínú stadium abẹ́fẹ́ lọ gbá bọ́ọ̀lù nínú stadium ni abẹ́fẹ́ lọ ṣe sport nínú stadium láṣẹ máa lọ gẹ́dà sínú stadium lọ́ máa ṣe protest so àwọn kọ́ láti àná a lọ sí Eagle Square a kò dúró síbẹ̀ a ṣe protest wa jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́lì kí ni tó ní ẹsẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀sán ìsọdẹ̀ máa gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́dẹ̀ yìí tó àkójọ àwọn police tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní shoot police tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní shoot tear gas fáwọn èèyàn bàbá kan wọ́n shoot ẹni tear gas lójú lánàá débi pé ojú bàbá yẹn fẹ́ lè fọ́ dànù àwọn ènìyàn sì rẹ̀ gé.
Ẹ̀yin náà wá ìbọn èrò ìbọn àti abẹ gáàsì ọ̀nà à ń gbọ́ tó ń dún lákòlábo báyìí. Lára gáàsì tó ń rìn tó ẹ̀yin nìyẹn wá sí wà ní bẹ́gà ó ti di kí olórí kó di orí rẹ̀ mú ìlú Àbújá báyìí bí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣe ń yìnbọn pẹ̀lú gáàsì láti lé àwọn olùwọ́de kúrò bí tí wọ́n wà ó ti di kí olórí kó di orí rẹ̀ mú báyìí nílùú Àbújá. Adémọ́lá Adépọ̀jù ló ń jábọ̀ fún ìkànnì BBC láti ìlú Àbújá. fúnra wọn wáyé o àwọn ọlọ́pàá láàrin àti agbófinró àti ikọ̀ civil defence. àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní àárín yìí o. tó yẹn ni ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa.
For this protest today?
It's because of what is happening in the country. There's hunger, there's hardship. It's impossible for us to feed again. People are dying of starvation. People can no more send their children to school because they cannot afford the escalating school fees. People are losing their relatives and their friends and their children and their elderly ones to very minor sickness and illnesses because they cannot afford money for medicine and money to pay for Medicare because of the escalating cost of healthcare. Many, don't have any jobs at all. Many have lost their jobs because over the past 12 months, over 10 to 15 multinational companies have closed their firms here in this country. And why have we had all of this? Because on May 29, President Tinubu decided to remove fuel subsidy. And from that time, Nigeria has been in this problem. He also increased electricity tariff and devalued the naira. And alongside that, implemented a number of neoliberal and anti-poor economic policies that have turned all of our life to what it is today, whereby most of us can no more afford to eat 3 times in a day. So that this struggle is about the Nigerian worker whose pay can no more take home. 70,000 naira cannot even buy a bag of rice today. And that is what President Tinubu says he wants to be paying to Nigerian workers. This struggle is about the traders and the artisans who don't have customers anymore. And even when they sell, that money that they make is not enough to feed them again. It's about the students whose future is now bleak. And it's about all of us who are in this situation of hardship. This struggle is to say enough is enough.
Yes, can you state some of your demands, sir?
Our demands are: 1, the reversal of fuel price to pre-May 29, 2023 level. Reversal of electricity tariff to pre-May 29, 2023 level. Reversal of all anti-poor and neoliberal policies that the government has implemented. Better funding of public education. We don't want loans. We want students to be given grants. Because loans means that students are going to be trapped in lifelong indebtedness. We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country. Many people, when they graduate 10 years after, they still don't have a job. And we're also asking for unemployment allowance to those who don't have a job. Because what they are doing in this country now is that if you don't have a job, then it means that you have to die of starvation. Many people have hung themselves on many bridges in Lagos, committing suicide over the past few months. We don't want to continue to lose our young men, and that's why we need this unemployment benefit. We want the refineries to be fixed, new ones built, but most importantly, they should be put under democratic workers' control and management. We also want the power sector, that privatization that has failed since year 2013, to be reversed, and for the power sector to be placed under democratic workers' control and management. We think that something needs to be done about Nigeria's economy, because what we know is that this country is very wealthy. Nigeria is one of the wealthiest countries in Africa, even in the world. Why is it that despite that, millions of our people are wallowing in poverty? It is simply because we are practicing a capitalist economic system which is built to only ensure that a few people are rich at the expense of the mass majority. Our struggle is to demand also the end to that exploitative economic system of capitalism and for a socialist economic alternative. that can ensure that Nigeria's wealth will be made available for the betterment of all. We don't want to end this struggle and go back to our life of poverty again and go back to our life of not being able to eat again. We want total structural and social transformation of the way this country is run.
During the press conference, you accused the police of sabotage. How would you say the police has been ever since we started this protest this morning?
Well, it's still too early to begin to assess the police because we know how they operate. Yeah. But so far now, what they have been doing is to try to prevent us, from continuing the rally here, insisting that we must obey the Jankara court ruling restricting protests in Lagos State to just 2 centers. Well, because we don't want violence, because we also understand what is being done, there are around us here and across several places in Lagos State, militias, thugs affiliated to the ruling party who have already been given money and weapons to descend on peaceful protesters. So we are not going to give them that chance. And that's why we have democratically discussed among ourselves and we have resolved that at a certain point in time, we are going to march peacefully to Ojota. And that is because the CP has given us an assurance that Ojota is going to be a place that we can be able to protest peacefully without any attacks. But we also know not to take the CP by his words. And this is very important because the CP of police, I can't remember his name now, also has a moment in history to be able to demonstrate who lied to us brazenly, openly, just a few months back. And he's saying that if we go to Ojota, nothing will happen to us. It means that we are not exactly sure that we are not walking into a trap. But we're also doing this, we're also calling on the media to be witness to whatever is going to happen. So that as soon as we are moving, please ensure that even ahead of us, you send your people there. Whatever is going to happen to us, let it happen in the full glare. The reality is that the stage we are in this country, no poor person, no worker who is...
For the past few years, it's been quite difficult for every Nigerian, and we all understand that. I myself and a couple of friends, especially one of our friends, name withheld, put this together, because we felt that this is not an easy task. People are actually taking time out of their busy schedules, money that they should have been making, as small as it is. They're taking their time to say this is how we actually feel. It is really painful for every Nigerian to feel the same way at the same time. It has been different for a while where people feel differently at different times, but now it's like a collective voice. And we feel this is just a way of saying, guys, we see what you're doing, we're part of you. Not everybody can come to the street for one way or the other. Some people are still tired at work or whatever it is, but we are saying that, look, we are behind you, and this is a way of supporting you to say, look, we know you need energy. Taking this long walk is different when you're exercising, but these are long walks, and that's just this full of energy that comes together as unity, and this is just a way of supporting to say, okay, guys, well done, we can do this together, and let's make Nigeria better.
As a young Nigerian, what would be your statement to the government regarding what the youth are particularly protesting against?
So I feel that it's high time the government responds. Now, silence is consent, and silence doesn't mean that you have heard us. When you speak back to us, it's like a child and the father. When the child is saying, I'm hungry, and you tell the child there's no food, the child understands what you're saying. Whatever dialect you're speaking on, the child knows that there's no food. I think it's high time the government responds back to the people to let them know the situation of things, what they have actually handled, what will be handled, because everybody has a voice. Now the government has a voice, and the people need to hear the government, but you have to speak in the language of the child to understand that this is what you're doing, this is what will happen, and this is where we're going to. Because yes, it's 1 year. Yes, a lot of good things have happened, but I guess that there is conservation of proper information that is not disseminated properly, especially to the grassroots, to know what has happened and what will happen. So I feel the government, has and the government responds effectively to tell the people, this is where we are sorry. If there's nothing wrong with a father telling the child, I'm sorry. But keeping quiet and making it look like, oh, these guys, they should just doing their thing. The police is here to respond, to support, to protect, not to fight against them. And I think that's another information that needs to also go out there. We're not here to, no, we're not fighting you. We're here to support you, to partner with you to get this message across. But please don't vandalize properties, don't do this, don't do that. We'll support you in every way possible.
Thank you so much.
What are you protesting for?
People here at the National Assembly peacefully, at the stadium, peacefully, and then we decided to go to the Eagle Square because
We want our voice to be heard everywhere in this nation. But the wicked cabals of this country doesn't want us to move there. Once we started moving, the Nigerian police force start shooting tear gas at us. They don't want us to go where we are going to. They don't want us to collect our country from the tyrannical leaders that are ruling us. Somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wicked, and the IG himself. And now we are telling the people of Nigeria to come out and protest together with us. Let the police go off the road. We don't need the police to protect us. We will protect ourselves, and we are ready to die on the street.
What do you have to protect yourself?
I don't have anything to protect myself. God Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth, is the person that gave us this life to breathe. He gave us the air to breathe. So nobody on earth will threaten me with death to stop the protest. If God said today I'm going to die, I'm going to die today. No government, no leader, no oppressor will end my life.
kó bínú sọ nígbà kan kí n rájẹ jẹun àkọ́bí mi ìbejì ni kí ló fà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì iṣẹ́ ibi iṣẹ́ ọmọ kọ́ bíríkìlà dẹ̀ ni mí mo dẹ̀ ń gbaṣẹ́ ọlọ́run àti ayé ẹ̀dá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi báyìí ń sìn agídí náà mi ń sanwó ilé làmi ń sanwó skul wọn ò tí ì dé pé owó ilé tí mo dárúkọ kì í pé ọmọ dágbé o owó pé àìwá skul la fẹ́ san o agídí ni mo mọ etí mo san ní pàtàmù wàhálà ìwé mo yẹ rí wàhálà mo san o àlàyé lèmi náà láyé ara mi o àmọ́ ìwé mo yẹ rí alihamudulilayi ọlọ́run ò dààmú mi ìyìn sì dààmú ọlẹ́yìn kankan. rí ọlọ́run ọba ń gbọ́ ráìsì ìdíkà kan agí la fi ń jẹ nínú ilé tèmi ni omi ìsọ nínú ilé ẹnibọ̀dì onínú ilé tèmi. ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ìgbà míì tí a bá rí pé ráìsì ò ká nǹkan á wà lọ ra spáàgì èyí tí máa ń gùn yẹn á wà á wọ ọ̀pọ̀ sínú omi pẹ̀lú omi la máa yọ́ bá ṣe rọ̀ dáadáa pẹ̀lú mangí àti ata á wà á dà kọ́ òun la máa rọ mi nínú ilé.
ebi ń pààyàn ní sídèjì nítorí bí ebi gangan oúnjẹ lòun oúnjẹ ní ìsàrà lóore nígbà ọ̀jẹ̀ tó yóò tán ló pè nǹkan báyìí tí wọ́n ṣe ẹ gbọ́ ìgbà tí yẹn bá jẹun tó yóò lè yẹn pé ṣé búrẹ́dì yẹn jẹ oúnjẹ ni àbí búrẹ́dì pàfùmọ̀ ni bíkìlà máa ń jẹ adé akónira akóbára wa nílùú akónira akóbára nílùú àtijọ́ àti mú wá dì nira níbo là ń lọ sí sọ́fánẹ́sì wa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mú 1000 dání bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ bá nílẹ̀ dùn 1000 lára kan lówó tó ẹ̀ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
ebi pa mẹ́kúnnù ó yẹ ká bínú yẹ ká bínú ó yẹ ká bínú gàrí wọn ráìsì wọn ebi pa mẹ́kúnnù ó yẹ ká bínú ẹ bá tọ́ mẹ́. What are we saying? Emba government. What are we saying? Emba government. What are we saying? Emba government. What are we saying? Emba government.
Protesting for? What are you protesting for?
I want the president to reduce the price of things. My dad cannot afford the payment of my school fees and the house rent. And it's no longer like before that the biscuit is 15 naira. Now it's 100 naira. Even those sweets. Yes.
What class are you?
I'm baby 2.
How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
8 years old. What's your name again?
Emanuela.
So what do you want the government to do? What do you want the government to do?
I want the government to reduce the price of things.
If you believe we're winning this struggle, say yeah! Yeah! And so, today is day 2, am I right? Yeah! And we have 10 days to go, right? Yeah! We want this struggle to continue, am I right? Yes! Please do us a favor. Our mentor in struggle, can you follow me? He's standing right there. He's watching us. He's looking at us. Please, permit the officer to address us.
Good morning, everybody. I want to start by thanking you for being Nigerian.
Thank you, sir.
It is a great thing and a thing of joy to be a Nigerian.
Yes, sir.
No place is better than Nigeria. I have the mandate of the Commissioner of Police to express our thanks to you for being peaceful. We were with you yesterday. There was no breakdown of law and order. I want to assure you now that there will no breakdown of law and order. We are here to give you security. We are here to protect you and to ensure that there is no infiltration, that hoodlums does not infiltrate your ranks to cause chaos here. We have seen responsible Nigerians here, and we know that you are here working in line with the Constitution, working in line with the law, and will give you protection. Be rest assured that we will not hurt you. We are brothers, we are friends, were your fathers, were your brothers. That is true.